there, welcome church.
In this video you're going to hear a little bit about Joey's heart with worship. I had a chance to sample this song before we even recorded this part of the video, and Joey is extremely talented. I really appreciate just what he is and who he is for us as a church. You may not know this, but we've learned a lot in the video process. It's hard talking to a camera.
It's very hard.
It's been really difficult. And so what you're not seeing is a lot of the behind the scenes of Joey's work. And so not only is he talented from an instrumental and from a musical standpoint, but he's very gifted from just a computer standpoint too. And so I hope you guys really can appreciate what you're about to view and all of the work that it goes into it. So from me to Joe, good job, buddy. I'm really proud of you.
He's a great one, God sent.
Enjoy the video.
Welcome to our first worship time here together. We're going to look at a song today that I wrote while I was looking at this idea of filling myself up with God. It's a constant thing. We're breathing in who God is, and we're breathing out His praise. We're breathing in the goodness of God, and we're living that out in our lives. So whether we're turning it into praise or we're turning it into our interactions, we're turning it into love in the lives of other people, we're breathing back out what God put into us. But it's constant. So there's a line in this song that says, "It's not like I've never been there before, and it's not like I'll never be there again. But in this moment, all I want is to breathe you in." And just recognizing that's going to happen constantly. You're going to feel like, man, I'm out of breath. I need more of God. Take the time to breathe it in. Don't guilt yourself. Don't make yourself feel like somehow that you're a bad person because you're like, oh, I'm really running on empty. God meant for you to feel that. In fact, I believe the story of life, the way He has narrated it and created it, is so that we will feel a need for God, that we will naturally realize that we need to breathe Him in. So I also see this a little bit as fuel. And right now, with everything that we're going through, you guys have probably watched gas prices and you're like, hey, this is cheaper than it used to be. And we're a little bit excited because it's like, hey, I can fill up my tank for a lot less than it was a few months ago. And that's cool. But the crazy part about it is like, we have to buy gas anyway, right? If you're getting it in your car, you're going to have to get it. Sometimes it's easier and sometimes it's harder, but you always need it. And I think in life, we see our need for God and we're like, man, I really need Him now because I've been knocked off my feet. I've lost a loved one. I have gone through a time of desperation where I don't know if I'm going to have enough money to make it through the next day. I have gone through a loss of relationship with someone who used to be close to me. I have tension in my family. I've got all these things that might take you to your knees to realize you need God, but you needed Him just as much yesterday when you were excited about everything that was happening in life. So whether the gas is cheap or the gas is expensive, we all need to fuel up. And this song was kind of a reflection of that for me. Here's the thing. Yes, we know we need to breathe God in. It's what we were made to do. We were literally filled with the breath of God. So when we breathe, it's a constant illustration of the DNA that we have as God's creation. So how do you breathe Him in? Because that doesn't look the same for all of us. For me, man, I get to just be away from it all and walk out in the woods and just hear the birds, hear nature, hear nothing, just the softness of the breeze and see what God created. Maybe that's what it's like for you. Music, man, just hearing well-written lyrics from folks and just like, that's awesome. Or hearing the Bible. Those are some of the ways that maybe I breathe in God. My relationships with other people. Man, I'm missing that right now. I'm sure you guys are too. Our church family, that encouragement. So just think for a little bit, how do you breathe God in?
Here I sit by the highway, broken. I had nowhere to turn. Guess I was running on empty, but it's a hard way to learn. Thought I had had it all mapped out. It was all I could do. So here I sit at the end of myself, the beginning of you. And it's not like I've never been here before, and it's not like I'll never be here again. But in this moment, all I want is to breathe you in. When I'm so empty, your love fills me. And when I'm broken, your peace heals me. When I forget you, you remind me there's no life without you. You make me breathe. You make me breathe. It's safe to say I'm a child of a second chance. It defines me, it's true. So let my life be a highway road sign that says it's not me but you. So the next time I find myself at the side of life's road, I'll be withered and worn out, but I'll be pointing them home. And it's not like I've never been here before, and it's not like I'll never be here again. But in this moment, all I want is to breathe you in. When I'm so empty, your love fills me. And when I'm broken, your peace heals me. When I forget you, you remind me there's no life without you. You make me breathe. And on this journey through life, you lead me. Jesus, your name, it keeps me breathing. And on this journey through life, you lead me. Jesus, your name, it keeps me breathing. And on this journey through life, you lead me. Jesus, your name, it keeps me breathing. And on this journey through life, you lead me. Jesus, your name, it keeps me breathing. Yeah. When I'm so empty, your love fills me. And when I'm broken, your peace heals me. When I forget you, you remind me there's no life without you. Oh, when I'm so empty, your love fills me. And when I'm broken, your peace heals me. When I forget you, you remind me there's no life without you. You make me breathe. You make me breathe.
Hey, welcome back. So Joey ended the last part with this question: how do we really breathe God in? How would you answer that, Nancy?
I just love to be in the presence. I love music myself.
Right.
And so when I'm out in my yard doing my flowers and gardening and stuff, I'm usually humming a song because I feel God's presence when I'm close to what He created.
Right. And it's no secret for me. There's a couple of ways I connect with God, and you will not be surprised with this either, watching the video. One is just being outside. Some of my most intimate times with God is just being in nature and sitting, seeking, and soaking. Those are things that we talk about on the Boundary Waters, just kind of being in His presence. But then another way that I connect with God is just academically. I love pouring myself into the Word and just letting the Word wash over me. That's just, for me, it's a connection, and that's when I'm the closest to God. One great resource for you to maybe consider during this time is a book called Sacred Pathways. And it's an incredible resource as we really understand ourselves as we approach and interact with the Creator, because we're all different. He wants to connect with us on a very personal way, not necessarily just in a macro corporate way.
Right, but I can't hardly wait until I get to praise Him with all my brothers and sisters around me, because that is another way I draw close to God, is when I'm in the midst of a great praise time.
It's been a long time since we've been able to do that.
Yeah, can't wait.
But one of the ways that we can connect is this Sunday. So make sure that you tune in. All of our publications will be available again on Facebook at night, and website and YouTube channel if you've subscribed. We will be talking about 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 7. Love always is kind of the main theme. So make sure you tune in. Can't wait to see you then.